it going, guys? This is Jacob with H.I.T, and this video is going to be all about how I'm going to approach eating in a calorie surplus. For those of you guys that are first time viewers, we started this channel about 3 months ago, going on 3 months. When we started, we're completely out of shape. We had a general direction in which we wanted to go through with the overlay being from late great bodybuilding legend Mike Mentzer, who's been gone for over 20 years, passed on, but a lot of the training and diet that I've incorporated into these videos has come from the book High Intensity Training, the Mike Mentzer Way, written by John Little. So we had a short-term goal of eating in a calorie deficit to lose body fat and to enhance muscular definition. We did that. We peaked around the 7-week mark, I think, and we set the date to end the eating in a calorie deficit for May 15th, which was 2 days ago. So that's the official date, but as I said in 2 videos ago regarding physique check, I went off the rails a couple weeks ago. So officially May 15th, but really it's been before that. So I just wanted to set a specific date to it, and at least in concept I stuck to the date, but not in practice. No, that's not a good thing, you know, but that's just what it is. So we ate in the calorie deficit. Now we're going to switch into eating in a calorie surplus, and I want to show you guys how I'm going to go about doing that, how I'm going to calculate the percentages that I want to dedicate towards carbs, towards fats, and towards protein. And maybe we'll get to read a little bit out of the book High Intensity Training, the Mike Mentzer Way. So in order to do this, we're going to have to use a calorie counting book, which is something that Mike recommends in the book, and I went and I found so that I could, once I get my percentages calculated and know how many carbs I need, or protein, or fats, according to Mike's well-balanced diet, which would be 60% carbs, 25% fat, 25% protein, and 15% fats, then I can go into this book and find what I need once I figure out the you know, what the number is on each one of those macros that I need. So this is the book that I got, the most complete food counter, written by, looks like Karen Nolan and Joanne Heslin, maybe. And I've read some of this book. Well, you don't really actually read it, you know, just for reading it. I guess you could if you were that dedicated, but I use this book before I started the channel. I might have even used it a little bit for the calorie deficit, but before that, before I started the channel, I played around a little bit with it so I could get a feel for it on how it works and how to look up things, and read a little bit in the front and things like that. So it's a very informative book. Very, it's got. I'll just give you. Excuse me. Just give you an idea of what all it's got in it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but so it includes, let's say you want, let's do something here that most people I think might eat. No. Okay, so here would be a good one. Well, I just had it and I lost it. So chicken, it's got some brand specific chicken. So for like Hormel, chunk white and dark, 2 ounces would be 70 calories, 3 grams of fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, 45 grams of cholesterol. I guess that's grams. I'm not sure how cholesterol works. Might be percentage, but 10 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, 0 sugar, 0 fiber, 0 calcium, 250 sodium, no potassium, no folic, I guess folic acid, maybe it just says folic, but and 0 vitamin C. So that just gives you an idea of everything it shows you on there. As far as, you know, we're going to be focusing on, of course, calories, and also fat, protein, and carbs are going to be the big 3 that we're going to focus on. So it's got like brand specific. It's not all the brands, of course, and then it's also got, so you've got breast without skin, fried, which we won't do fried, but so we'll go let's see here. They got a lot of different ways to do chicken on here. So they got, I mean, if whatever you want to find out about how to cook things and what portion and how many calories that's going to be, this thing's got it. So let me see here. So you're talking like breast, chicken breast without skin, roasted, boneless. So no skin and no bones, which is pretty, pretty common, I think, for people to eat that are trying to build muscle. Is something I see on a lot of videos. But so you got breast without skin, no bones. Half a breast, which is 3 ounces, you're looking at 142 calories, 3 grams of fat, 3 grams of fat, 27 grams of protein, 0 carbs. Where's the fat? 3 grams of fat. Okay, so 3 grams of fat, 27 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs. And then it goes into also the sugar, fiber, calcium, sodium, potassium, folic, vitamin C, saturated fat, cholesterol. So It's got whatever you're looking for in there. So I guess the next question is, how many calories are we going to aim for daily? And I'm thinking maybe 3,500 is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna see if I can. Let's see. I don't know if the book. I know the book's got how to eat in a calorie deficit, and what the 60% carbs, 25% protein, and 15% fats. What that what that diet looks like as far as a percentage. But as far as eating in a surplus, all I remember it saying was that, when you decide you want to build muscle, then you eat in a surplus. So, so if we can't find it in here, I don't think there's really a set number of calories. So, because everybody's got different maintenance level of calories, so whatever it's going to take to, I guess, you're going to gain fat whenever you build muscle anyway. So I think we'll just maybe go with the 3,500 calories. So since we're doing that, we need to figure out what 60% of 3,500 is, so that we can find out what the number is on how many grams of carbs we need to eat daily. So I didn't think about this before I started this video because I don't have a calculator other than what's on my phone, so I'm gonna have to try to remember how to do division here. So let's see here, 6, 5. Alright, so I think what I come up with here, so 60% of 3,500 would be 2,100. Now, what is 25% of 3,500? So, well, 1,750 is half. So, what is that? 875 would be a quarter. Yeah, so 875, 21. So 875 would be 25%. So that should be what I need for protein, and then 15% would be $5.25 maybe. So let's see, 0, 1, 8, 0, 1, 2, 5, 1. So that all checks out. So what I come up with is 60% for the carbs would be 2,100 calories. Carbs. And 875 for the protein. And then that would leave over 525 calories for the fat. 8, 9, 10, 0, 1, 2, 10, 5, 1, 3. Let me just check my work here one time. So that obviously all right. Yeah, that's right. So now, since we figured out that we need to eat 2,100 grams of carbs, 875 grams of protein, and 525 grams of fat, we need to go into the book to find out what we're going to eat to make up for that. So we just talked about how chicken breast has very few carbs in it. I don't think it has any carbs in it, actually, depending on what it is. But it's got a lot of protein. Wow, that's interesting. So we're gonna have to come up with a way to make this work. I know sweet potatoes are pretty high in carbs. Bagels are fairly high in carbs. Any type of bread's high in carbs. So we're just gonna have to get creative on what we do here. Now, let's see. Another thing I wanted to mention was, so you want to pull from the 4 main food groups. So you got, what is it? Fruits and vegetables. Meat, dairy, and then you got cereals and grains. So that's what Mike talks about in the book, and I've heard him say it in interviews and little sound clips and things like that. So fruits and vegetables, meats, dairy, cereals, and grains. So we'll try to keep all that in mind as we're going through this. And also, just another little piece of information, something that I found out through, I can't remember if it was on the online or if it was in the book here, this calorie counting book, but so when you're going through all of this and you're trying to figure out once you figure out how many grams of carbs you need to eat, or how many grams of protein or how many grams of fat or what have you, once you figure all that out, then it's a good thing to know how much a gram of carbs is in relation to calories, and the same thing with protein and fat. So you've got 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. And you can check this through, like, let's see here. So I'm drinking this Jocko Jocko Milk. What is this? Banana cream protein shake. So it's got 180 calories. The fat, it's got 4.5 grams of fat. So that would be 36 calories for the fat. And then you've got, let's see, 4 grams of carbs. That'd be 16. So you're looking at 52 there total. And then you've got, or wait, hold on. Yeah, that's right. Well, no, it's not. My math is bad. Used to be really good. Okay, so you got the 4.5 grams of fat. That would be, it'd be 36 grams or 36 calories, and see, add 4.5 to that, I guess would be the half, so about 40.5 calories. Okay, then you got the carbohydrates. That's 4 grams. That's total of 16 calories. So right there you're looking at around 56 calories. Then you go down here to the protein. It's 30 grams. So that's 120 calories. So you've got 120 plus the, what was that, 56, and that'll give you 176 calories. And then it's also got a few other things in here, like cholesterol, sodium, fiber, sugars, and I'm not exactly sure what those are as far as calories, but you can, whatever you eat, you can kind of look at it and say, okay, it's got this many grams of fat, it's got this many grams of carbs, it's got this many grams of protein, and if you break that down into how many calories that actually is per macro, then that'll give you what the calories are on the bottle, which is I thought that was pretty cool whenever I learned that. But just if you've ever wondered, 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. Okay, so now let's see, how are we going to do this? So, how do we want to do it? So we're going to have our supplements in the morning before we eat anything. So, what do we have for supplements? Well, we've got vitamins, which are men's 1 a day gummies. I take 2 of them, and I think I want to say they're 15 calories, which is kind of inconsequential, but we'll check it out anyway. So, serving size, 2 gummies, amount per serving, 15 calories. Vitamins, 15 calories. So, we'll do that, and then we'll do greens in the morning. Jocko greens. I think these are 30. Yeah, 1 scoop, 30 calories. Alright, so you got your vitamins and greens. Greens are 30 calories. And I don't think we're missing anything as far as supplements. That's all I take. So, alright. So far we're up to 45 calories, which, to be honest with you, I might not even count that in. So we got the supplements. That's the first thing I do when I get up. Brush my teeth and wait a little while, and then take vitamins and the greens, and then the next thing will be breakfast. So right now I'm trying to figure out how many meals I want to actually eat. Do I want to eat 3 square meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and try to get the 3,500 calories in with that, and maybe some snacks in between each meal, or if I want to do 4 or 5 small meals. I don't know how I want to do it, but you don't have to eat 6 meals or 8 meals or whatever, just as long as you get in the nutrients that you need with a well-balanced diet. According to Mike, that should suffice. You don't have to stress yourself out about it, about how you're going to go about doing it. But I think we'll try the 3 square meals a day thing for starters. So So in the morning, let's see what we can do with the bagels here. I think bagels are somewhere around 280 calories, something like that. Maybe 50 grams of carbs, somewhere in that ballpark. See here, bacon bagel. That's what I'm looking for. Bagel. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find a pretty common bagel here. So, I can't remember which ones I could get last time I was home. I think, man, which one was it? I thought it was Thomas's, but looks like they don't have Thomas's cinnamon raisin on here, and that's what I was getting. So we'll just kind of have to get close on that, which isn't a problem. Okay, so let's see here. I think that's pretty close there. Yeah, French Meadow Bakery. Let's see here, cinnamon. I'll just put bagel because I know I like the cinnamon raisin bagel. So we'll do bagel. 270 calories. And fat 2, carbs 2. I know that ain't right. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, carbs 50 and protein 15. Okay, so what we got so far is calories. Okay. So this is going to get very interesting. All right. Calories 3,500. What was it? Carbs was what? 2,100. Protein 875. And fat 525. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna do this. You got calories over there, 3,500 underneath it, carbs 2,100, protein 875, fat 525. And each time that I figure out what I'm going to eat, I'm going to put underneath it whatever the calories are for that food. So for instance, with the bagel, it's going to be 270 calories. I'll put up underneath that, put 50 carbs underneath the 2,100, put 15 for the protein underneath the protein, and then 2 underneath the fat. And then I'll just subtract as I go along, and I'll keep a tally on it. And the idea is that we'll get zeroed out across the board, or at least close to zeroed out, and then we'll have the 60% carbs, 25% protein, and 15% fats diet. That's the idea. All right, calories minus 270, and then you'll get to see some more of my bad math while we're at it. Okay, 15. 2. Right. So it'd be 3230, I guess. Yep. Alright. 2150. 2050. Protein 860. 523. Okay, so here's what that looks like after the initial subtraction. So over here you got the calories, 3,500 minus the 270 brings us down to what was it, 3230? Yeah, 3230. And then carbs, 2,100 minus 50 brought us down to 2,050 for the carbs. Protein 875 minus 15 brought us down to 860 grams for the protein, and then the fat 525 minus 2 brought us down to 523. That's how this bottom number is how much we got left till we zero out. It's a pretty and this is like I don't know how you would say it. This is like really simplified. This is what I've gathered from what I've read, what Mike recommends. Not exactly this way of doing it. I kind of had to figure that out on my own. But the 60% carbs, 25% protein, 15% fats comes from him. But I'm not like, as far as I'm not a nutrition expert. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not an expert in any of this, but this is just what I've gathered from what I've read and what I need to do right now. You know, it could progress and it could advance over time as I read more and get more in depth with this, but right now this is what I'm coming up with. And hey, my cat's scratching on the wall. But so yeah, it's just a kind of a long process going through and figuring out what you want to do, you know, or not what you want to do, but how much you need to eat, and actually going through and doing the work of zeroing out all your macros. Okay, and I'm sure by now there's an easier way to do this, but I'm just choosing to do it this way because I enjoy the punishment, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. So we'll go for some milk now. That'll get us our dairy in. The bagels will get us our grains in for the breakfast. Okay, come on with it. You'd think a guy would have some milk in the refrigerator, but I don't, because I haven't drank milk in a while. Let's see, what's a... I don't know, these people must be from a different place than I am. People that wrote this book, because I mean they've got everything in here, but for some reason I'm not finding any milk that I got here at home. Well. How about come on now? Pretty sure a cup of milk is around 150 calories. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, we're not going to do milk substitutes. That's not going to happen. They got more milk substitutes than they got milk, apparently. Okay. Alright, yeah, here it is. It was right there in front of me. So they've got just a generic for the milk as well, refrigerated. They've got powder here too, but they've got refrigerated, whole milk. Let's see. Well, I'm going to start using a pencil. I had a pencil sitting there the whole time. I just remembered that. I'm going to use that so that way, in case I make a mistake, I can correct it right quick. So, whole milk, 1 cup, 146 calories. We'll definitely put that on there to get the dairy in. Milk, 146 calories. I wish I could go live on here. That would be nice, so you guys can kind of chat with me and help walk me through this. But I'm not, where they say I'm not qualified for live or what have you yet. Let's see here, 146 calories, 8 grams of fat, carbs, 11 grams of carbs, protein, 8. Alright, now go over here to the subtraction. 146 for the calories. 100, no. 90, no, 84, 3,084. And then carbs, 11. $2,039. Still got a lot of carbs left. Protein, 860 minus 8. So it'll be 852. And then fat is 8. So that'll be 5 what? 515. Alright. Looks good. Okay, well, so we got bagel and milk so far. So that means we got dairy and we got grain in. And we've got a Tommy up on the table. Now we'll go for cereals. See what I'm thinking here. Might see if they got Special K in here. Man, I'm tired. I gotta go work out after this. What time is it? $12.38. Cereal bars. Cereal. Alright. No. Well. There he is. Cereal. Lucky Charms, no. Kellogg's. Raisin Bran. What about Raisin Bran? What do you think about Raisin Bran, Tommy? It's either going to be Raisin Bran or Special K. Really, he's playing with a bottle cap. Hey, you're gonna have the cap, but not the foil. Okay. Quaker, Elemental P. Special K, is that Post? No, that's Kellogg's, ain't it? Kellogg's Special K. I don't remember. We'll just go with Raisin Bran. Alright, so whole. I gotta put whole there next to milk so I don't forget. Whole milk, let's see here, Raisin Bran. Yep. See, I made a mistake. Glad I'm using a pencil. Oh man. Raisin Bran. One cup. $190 calories. One gram of fat. We're not doing a very good job of whisking away the fat. Carbs. 46 grams of carbs. Protein. 5 grams of protein. Alright. Minus, let's see, 190. That's gonna be interesting. 190. See, is it 28.94 maybe? 190. Yep, 28.94 for the calories. Wrote a 9 instead of a 4. Alright, carbs. $46. 39, so just subtract, so 1,093. That's right. And then 860 minus 8, no. 852 minus 5. 847. So that's for the protein, right? Fat, 1. So 514. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see, so we got so far we've got dairy, cereals, and grains in for the breakfast, and we've got a bagel and whole milk and cereal, so basically bagel and a cup of milk with a cup of cereal. And let's see, we'll probably throw in a banana. Let's see here. Banana, 1. And a banana is 105 calories. And we'll have to check here. I can't remember the macros on it, but I'm pretty sure it's 105 calories for a banana. What do you think, Tommy? Well, did I already pass it? Banana. Fresh. I guess we'll go with fresh. Yep. Medium, 105. Yep. 105, and then 1 gram of protein. Fresh, medium. $27 grams of carbs. Fat. Trace amounts of fat, so basically 0, or we'll just go 1 on the fat. Alright, so calories 105, carbs 27, the protein 1, fat 1. so it would be 27.89. Yep. 66. Yep. 1,066 and 27. Yep, that's right. 846. And then 514 minus 1, so we'll do 513. Okay, so is that all we want to do for breakfast? Bagel, banana, cup of milk, and a couple of cereal. We'll put some honey on that bagel, maybe. I don't think that would hurt anything. All right. I don't have to flip through the book for that one. Okay. Let's see here. I think it's 60 per teaspoon, maybe? Tablespoon. 30, 60. Let's see here. Yeah. 60 calories per tablespoon. So what do we do? We'll go 2 tablespoons, I guess. 2 tablespoons. Honey. Fisher's honey. Want to be specific with that because they're all around the same that I've seen, but if we can get specific, it'd be nice. Honey. So 120 calories. Fat 0. Carbs 17, so that'd be 34. Protein, let me guess, 17, 9. At least 9. 2 grams of protein, maybe? No protein. Okay, so it's all carbs. All right. 120. Carbs, what did I say? 34. 0 protein, 0 fat. $26.89. $26.69. Calories left. Good Lord. 1,066, so that's 32. 1,032. 846. 513. Okay, so I think that'll do it for breakfast. All right. Yep. So here's what we got so far. We're down to this bottom line here. Is how many calories we got left, and then just to the whatever that is to you guys, left or right, it's left to me, but where it says carbs, that's how many carbs we got left, and then the other side of that's protein. That's how much protein we got left as far as grams. Same thing with the fat. That's how many grams of fat we need to figure into the diet to cancel it out. So it's pretty simple. I think we'll go ahead and stop the video at that. I gotta go to the gym here just in a few minutes. I need to wake up if I want to do that. But just to give a little recap there. We figured out that we want to eat 3,500 calories. We're eating in a surplus. What does surplus mean? Surplus means that we're eating more calories or taking in more calories than what our body requires to maintain its body weight, and so inevitably you're going to gain weight through that. And with the proper high intensity training, or with the proper well balanced diet that Mike Messer recommends, with the 60% carbs, 25% protein, and 15% fats, that should help you along in your muscle growth, along with your high intensity training. So then what you want to do is you want to figure out, okay, you got 3,500 calories. That's your goal to eat through your food, and then you've got the 3 macros: carbs, protein, and fat. Find out what 60% of 3,500 is, which we figured it up to be 2,100 carbs, 2,100 grams of carbs, and then find out what 25% of 3,500 is. We figured it out to be 875, so that's 875 grams of protein we need to figure, and then find out what 15% of 3,500 is, and we figured it to be 525, and so that'll be how many grams of fat you need to figure into your diet, or for me, for this 3,500 calorie. And that works for 4,000 or 10,000 if you want to make it easy. If you're going to eat, let's say, 10,000 calories a day, you'd find out what 60% of that is to get to your carb intake, which would be 6,000 calories for 60% of 10,000. And then, of course, 2,500 for 25% for your protein, and then 1,500 for your 15% for fat. So then when you figure that out, now you know how many grams of carbs, how many grams of protein, and how many grams of fat you need to eat. And you've got your calorie count there too, 3,500. So next thing to do would be to get a calorie counting book and just go through and very tediously figure out what you want to eat out of the 4 main food groups: meat, fruits and vegetables, dairy, and cereals and grains, and try to avoid processed foods as much as you can, just to be a little healthier. Man. All right. So then, in the calorie counting book, it will tell you how many calories there is in what you're looking at. So, if you're looking at a bagel, that's going to be roughly 270 calories for like a cinnamon raisin bagel, and you're going to have like 50 grams of carbs, or it'll tell you all that in the calorie counting book. And then you just go through and Start with your base number of what your calories, carbs, protein, and fat is. Then you just subtract off of it whenever you find what food you want to eat for what meal, and it doesn't have to be 5 or 6 meals. It can be 3 square meals with snacks in between. As long as you're getting your intake, your 60%, 25%, 15%. So, if you guys got any questions or any comments, please put them down in the comments. I'm open to suggestion, and maybe I can clarify things a little more. Maybe if I wasn't, I didn't state my position clearly enough or clarify something enough for someone, maybe just put it down in the comments, and I'll try my best to clarify it. And again, all of this is coming from Mike Mentzer. He's a bodybuilding legend, and that's coming from the book High Intensity Training of Mike Mentzer Way by John Little. And he's got a lot of tapes out there, and he's got a lot of what people have now put on shorts on YouTube. If you type in Mike Mentzer on YouTube, you'll find a lot of shorts of him talking about various topics. Man, I need to wake up. So I think that's going to do it for this one. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and if you got any questions, put it down in the comments, or if you got any comments, put it down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.